Everyone, welcome to the official episode 1 of Let's Talk About It podcast.
We are your favorite podcasters. I am the original Mr. White T. He is the Spanish Adam Sandler. We are the reason why your girls go to Tiki on Mondays and Ringside on Fridays. They didn't want us to have a podcast, but God did.
God did.
So
Tiki Kings in 2016. So yeah. So, most of these topics, we brought them up. We talk about it. So, let's start off with the Celtics head coach.
Yo.
Spell that nigga's name because I have no idea how to say it.
Ime Udoka.
What he said.
Yeah. So
sound like Sudoku.
Sound like Sudoku. The issue with that, which is crazy, is they're gonna suspend them for the whole season.
For what?
It says it was consensual. I guess adult. Pretty much adulting, but it was all consensual with a staff member of the Boston Celtics, and it's against company guidelines. So
I hope it wasn't a ball player.
Nah, it was definitely it was probably Jose, the nigga that cleans the floors and shit. But he know how to cook. You know what I mean? He used that Peter Luger sauce very well.
Very well.
But a lot of people are upset because a lot of players mess with the staff. Why are they so aggressive on suspending him? I'd rather take a fine, but he literally didn't do anything to warrant a suspension for the whole season when it was consensual.
No, yeah.
My thing is him going back home though, because he's married to Nia Long, so him going back home is way worse than he'd take a $50,000 fine and a 7-year suspension instead of going home. At least that night.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, one, you never shit where you eat.
Yeah.
But I guess he's part of management, and I would say, just talking about my corporate background, management staff are held to a higher standard than regular staff, and I don't know how they consider NBA players in the NBA. I'm sure they get paid better than the management staff, but...
I mean, it's definitely a gray area, because it's an unspoken rule.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a sexual harassment kind of thing, But not really, because it was consensual.
Yeah.
I've never worked with women. In my job, it's always just been all males. So I've never been, I don't want to say lucky enough to be in that situation, but, it's just never happened, But that's just crazy, because I don't think it warrants a whole season suspension, but who am I, man? I'm just a rapper and a podcaster, man. Well, let's talk about it.
Alright, so staying in the same topic, about your boy Adam Levine.
Yo, I don't really know too much about that. I just been hearing people talk about it, man. You need to tell me more about it, because I don't understand what is going on. All I know is that he's still going on tour, still gonna make money.
I mean, there is no 1-year suspension for him, but I know there's backlashes from obviously the female side. She is pregnant. His wife is pregnant with second or third child. I'm not too familiarized with it, but she literally just posted her picture a couple of days ago.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it, hush. They were definitely showing face. They were walking together. It's kind of weird, because it's like, if it was the Kardashians, no one would say anything, because they're so used to getting cheated on.
Talk about the Kardashians,
man.
The ultimate city boy.
The ultimate city boy.
City boy.
City boy.
Tristan Thompson.
City boy.
That man.
He's been cheating since Jesus was wearing sandals, bro. Since Moses was parting seas, bro. Because, I've never met a dude that just gets so many chances, bro. And, how do you still get upset that it's going on? Doesn't make sense. It really don't make sense, bro. She takes him back and then cries like he's never done it before. She just gave birth, or her surrogate just gave birth. Surrogate just gave birth, right? Rumor in the hood, city boy was smashing the surrogate. It could be a joke, it could be, whatever. But all I know is that when they found out that the surrogate was pregnant, he got caught the next day walking with some shorty, I think in Spain or somewhere, holding hands. Froggy.
Crazy.
Holding hands and no fucks given, bro. No respect.
You know what? I'm not even gonna. I can't even say I'm surprised. I've heard some wild shit in my 36 years of living, recently I heard of a female that she was tired of her man cheating on her.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of her just breaking up with the dude and finding another one, can you guess what she did?
Oof. She had sex with his dad, had a kid, and now he's like, and now she's his stepmother.
No. Her nigga must have been Papi Swing or some shit. She agreed to a side chick. She agreed to a side chick. She agreed to him being with this girl when she's not with him. And it's mind-boggling, bro.
So some people got the gift of gab. I know a dude with one leg that we all know.
Chito.
He got the gift of gab. I'm not gonna point no fingers or toes, but I just don't understand it because it doesn't make sense to me because why do you want to be with someone that clearly it doesn't have some type of respect for you? But there are people that now they're in what is it, thruples or whatever, like, so it's like 3 people in a couple.
Yeah.
And some of them it's not even sexual.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's hard out here to live in New Jersey, you know what I mean? So you need 4 baby mamas just to pay rent. You know what I mean? Not everybody got a crystal where they're cooking and cleaning, so you need 4 of them bitches.
Yeah. Everybody needs an Eddie.
Yo. Eddie the ass eater, man, behind the cameras.
Yeah. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie, say what's up.
What's up, guys? And gals.
Well, look, I can't talk too much about this subject because
it's crazy. We could go on for days, bro.
Well, it'd be the pot telling the color is black.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm gonna stop talking about this shit.
Would you be able to do that though?
No, hell no, hell fucking no.
But if it's not, what if it was just financial?
What does that even mean?
It's a situation.
It's if it's your girl has a girl.
Okay.
You don't do nothing with her.
Okay.
And she helps pay the rent and takes care of Louis.
But is it sexual with his girl? Like the
It could be. It could not. Like maybe not. Which I wouldn't be able to do that. But would you feel comfortable with knowing that your girl has a girlfriend, and she lives in the house, takes care of Louis, cooks and cleans. She's like a maid. But she's your girl's girl.
I feel like your home is a sacred place, and who you bring and live there, and I bring people home. I bring people to my house to chill and hang out. That's one thing. But you bring someone into your house and to live there, and you don't know what their agenda's about or whatever. They may say one thing, or I'm here just to like whatever. They don't set whatever boundaries there are. But when you're not there, boundaries are fucking gone.
Yeah, true.
So. I personally would never do that. That's just me.
I mean, a lot of dudes would want it, but when it really came down to it,
it sounds good.
Yeah,
sounds good. It's not good. It sounds real good, but nah. Especially if you're in a relationship, you want to like really be.
Yeah.
Really evolve and shit like that.
Every guy wants certain things.
Yeah.
But do they want to be in a relationship with someone that likes those certain things?
That's for your 20s. That's for your early 20s. That's what
or
that
like
age
Tiki
is about.
Mondays, the late 50s.
No.
You see those dudes that just want anything at that point. They got alimony, all that shit. The niggas is trying to ball out. But,
alright, so we're gonna move on from that
what are we talking about?
subject. The next one, I don't know shit about baseball, guys.
So look, I want
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge, man.
So
shout out to the Yankees. So I don't know why, but he most likely he's probably not going to be on the Yankees next season. I say he's going to Boston. A lot of people are joking saying he's going to the Mets, but peep this. So he just hit his 60th home run, right? The record for the season, right, is Barry Bonds at 73, but it's a different league. It's the American League, the Yankees shit, right? So people.
So let me ask something. So this is the thing. So it's American League and
National
League. One of them has a designated hitter, one doesn't. That's the difference, right?
Yo, be honest with you, I don't know. I would have to Google that.
Well, I believe that's one. I don't know shit about baseball.
All I know is that one of them is all Dominicans, and the other one's all Puerto Ricans, right? So peep this, right? So listen to the scenario. Peep what happened, right? So Aaron Judge, hits a 60th home run, breaks the record for the American League. All right. 30 people start fighting for this ball, right? The guy catches the ball, right? They're at Yankee Stadium. And the people come, right? They're like, yo, we want the ball back, right? So he goes, yeah. Boom. Gives him the ball. They give him a signed baseball bat by Aaron Judge and a signed jersey. Sounds good.
It's a good trade.
Does it sound good?
Yeah.
You know how much that ball's worth right now?
Oh,
You know how much it's gonna go for in auction? $500,000.
Get the fuck out of here.
that was not
$500,000. Do you know
Son,
what
did you-
this
wait.
Malone said?
What?
He's done so much for the organization. They deserve the ball. What? God would never in life throw that alley-oop to me.
Because I'm slide dunk that shit.
Because right now that's at auction.
Yeah.
You could probably get a mil for it. If they really wanted it, they would have negotiated.
Yeah.
That's how you knew, yo, dude had money. Because that would never in life happen with me.
Yeah, but this crazy shit like you hear about what was it, Nicki Minaj's fucking fingernail or some bullshit?
Yeah. But yo, people do weird shit. People will push it up on eBay, and you know, anything can happen, bro.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen, guys.
All right, so that's enough about baseball because I hate that sport. Giants 2-0.
Yo,
What in the fuck?
we are going to the Super Bowl, guys.
Here we go.
This week, all right. So granted, the first game, we won by luck. You know, kicker missed the field goal.
You hear that,
What
Giants
you
fans?
do? So it is what it is. But you know, we're 2-0 right now. On Monday we play Dallas. We're definitely gonna win,
By the way,
and we're at home.
you're here in a podcast looking like you're a fucking Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
No, a Pirates fan. Well, I mean, wait. Yeah, I didn't repeat that. Pittsburgh's playing, and we're watching the game right now. And you know, I need Chubb to get a touchdown, and then you know I could probably win like $9,000.
So let's talk about that ticket betting.
Let's talk about tickets, bro. So, well, the ticket I got right now is for 4 players, anytime touchdowns. 2 people already got it. I could cash out at 600, or I could be a man, you know, and win, 9-something, and then cry about it later if it doesn't hit. Which most likely, I'm gonna cry. But I got a girl that's like, but $600? Why would you do that? 600. So whatever. I'm gonna ride out, and the whole way home I'm gonna just cry. But so yeah, I have a ticket, right, for this week.
Write it down,
If
guys.
you take the Jets money line against the Bengals, right? Jets are at home. You take the Giants against Dallas, and you take Buffalo. All New York teams. $100 to get you $934. That's all I'm saying. Let's get rich. Let's get rich, guys.
Yo, 5%. I'll put my cash app out here in a little bit.
Yo, if you guys need a bookie, I know a guy that knows a guy. But alright, so let's talk about.
So let's talk about hip hop now. Talk about Ice Spice. Apparently
Ooh.
Drake flew her out. What
I'm
happened
still
with that?
waiting. I'm still waiting to get flown out.
you
thought I was feeling you? Nah, that's just crazy. So, you know what Drake does? Drake.
By the way, hold up. By the way, guys, she was the original Instagram honey before there were Instagram honeys.
Oh yeah.
He got flown out in fucking.
Oh, I got flown out everywhere, bro.
He got flown out with fucking. What was the airline that went out of business? He flew in the Trump airline when before the shit went out of business as the original.
Oh man.
The Trump air. All right, go ahead.
But you know what's crazy about that, right? Drake, he has like a habit of like anytime something's popping, he'll just literally grab that artist, do a song with him. He tries to stay, relevant. Like he literally tries to stay relevant.
Shout out to Eddie, IT, cameraman / drink boy.
And yeah, Drink Boy.
Damn, why you gotta be quick?
Oh yeah, a Drink Man.
No thanks.
Oh, drink man.
So the rumors about this is
Wait, hold on. But Eddie, you can't be serving drinks without your bottle girl outfit.
yeah.
So you gotta come in here looking.
You didn't
like
give me that drink with sparkles.
I left those at home. Sorry, guys.
I'm upset, guys.
Yeah, you gotta come in here looking like fucking Macho Man Randy Savage or some shit.
Next time.
All right.
So the rumor, well not the rumor. Drake has the habit of just flying new artists out, filling them out. I don't know if he wants to sign them, try to get some money, but she's popping. She's all over, like annoyingly over TikTok. Like it's so annoying at this point. So he flew her out, whatever. She was doing some shit in Toronto. So now, I don't know if it's because she chilled with Cardi, or as soon as she came back, he unfollowed her. So you know how you know how niggas do. Like, yo, I hit, it was whack, unfollow, the block.
Or this nigga didn't hit, and he's upset that he didn't hit, and he paid all that shit. They flew her out, did all this shit, and
you
then
used
he
to
did.
work in New York. You were telling me a girl from the Bronx that gets flown out, right? Especially by Drake. You're telling me that she said no?
Well, she's chilling with Cardi B, so Cardi B is the most anti-nigga bitch ever. She hates niggas, but she's with the iconic nigga figure ever. So
yeah, legendary.
Legendary. He's a step down from Future, but she hates niggas. I don't understand that shit. But if Future is God, this nigga's priest. So I don't even know.
Yeah, he's the Pope.
He's the Pope.
He's the Pope.
Yeah, so I don't get that, but yeah, but I don't know.
I think so. A girl from the Bronx too? Come on, man. You know. Stop it. I don't know. But shout out to Eddie the ass eater behind the camera.
Alright, so a little bit of a downer subject. Pnb Rock.
Yeah. R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. bro.
Had a lot of good music.
Yeah.
Definitely
so a lot of people were trying to put the controversy that his girlfriend got him set up because obviously everybody knows day and age. I mean, you know, like Eddie asked before, you know, if you have thousands of dollars around your neck, and my little chains cost more than your big chains, but you know, I still post a little bit where I'm at, but you never post like live time because niggas is always trying to get you.
I mean, I do it here and there, but you know how I am. I'm kind of like funny with like posting sometimes, but like if someone robs me, like if they pull up to Phoebe's to rob me, man, that was practice. For real. Nobody robbed me for what I got. Yeah. You know, not like before when I used to have hella bread on me. Now I got no money. But I kind of like to live in the moment and maybe post later. But back then I used to do it.
Yeah.
It's also I know how to play the game. You know, I know mad dudes that are in the street that kind of they live that way. They like to go on Instagram, like dudes who are stunned. That's how dudes get caught up. You know, I know the dudes who robbed 50 Cent like during the pandemic, and what they were doing, they were just posting on Instagram, Miami with his jewelry, boats. You know, dudes that never had money before. Now they all of a sudden got money. They got cops that literally just go on Instagram all day, bro. They go on Instagram and say, "Wow, Eddie the ass eater. Wow, wow, another cruise, another cruise. Okay." But that's how it be. Like, and the thing is, there are people that is their job. They like to rob, but this is my thing though. I didn't even know who his girl was. I'm pretty sure in LA there wasn't dudes like, yo, Pnb Rock out here, let's see his girl. Like, it could have been luck, but they said it was in a super high crime area in LA. So they say he had not the Tuesday chains. He had the Saturday.
Oh, he had the real.
He had the real shit, and he pulled up in the Maybach.
You know, I heard some real shit. I heard. I think it was a podcast or just a regular interview with somebody who's kind of like a coming up rapper, and they asked the nigga, "Yo, have you ever bought fake chains?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah." And when I heard that, I was like, "What?"
Yeah, you started getting
in my head. I'm like,
he started getting nervous.
My neck
got mad itchy. I was like, talking about that.
I was like, what the fuck? The fake chains. I'm like,
he bought a fake chain.
But then, fuck you.
He bought a fake chain.
But then,
a bracelet.
But then when he started talking about why he bought a fake chain, it made fucking sense. So he's not rich enough to be out the hood, but he's rich enough to flash. Yeah. So he wears his fake chains that look like his real chains to hang out with niggas he doesn't really trust. I mean, in my mind is I wouldn't trust with niggas I don't trust, period. But in some scenarios, you're just gonna be put in a party with niggas you don't know. But that's a scenario where I'm assuming he will wear his fake chain. But it make absolute sense. But at the end of the day,
careful with the mic.
My bad. At the end of the day,
right. And but this is the thing though. a lot of dudes know how to move right, and then maybe it has to get to your head to the point where you feel like nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, at one point.
You know, like
Eddie brought a good point. Why don't you? What would you ask the question, Eddie?
That if he was wearing like over $100,000 in jewelry, why did he have security? Or
why couldn't he pay for security?
why couldn't he pay for security?
From what I heard, is that he did have security. They were somewhere else, and he said they were going to go to another spot, and he told them, "I'm gonna go get some food with my girl. Y'all go over there, and we." But that's here, That's no, you don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
I don't think his girl set him up purposely,
Oh,
and nor do I think that there was dudes following some chick that had 3,000 followers, and randomly was just like, "Oh shit, they're across the street." They're in LA, bro, active as hell, in the hood. They see a Maybach, and you're telling me a dude who just came off his PPP loan ain't hungry? Yo, but this is the crazy
Wait,
shit.
did he pay back the people? He's trying to pay back the people loan?
Yeah, with the jury. But this is the thing, right? Back then, you know what I mean? Like my brother used to do that shit all the time. Back then, you would get robbed. They'll take your rims, your phone, you don't have no phone beepers, your jewelry, your bitch, her shit. But they wouldn't kill you. They really wouldn't kill you.
You don't have to go back. You don't have to go back then. You go to Ecuador you can book a trip to Ecuador and experience that right now.
Yeah. I didn't want to expose him. Last time he went to Ecuador, they left him in boxes.
Shut the fuck up.
They left him in boxes, bro.
Yeah.
They didn't want the socks. It was holding.
Yeah. The socks that hold them.
It's a sad situation, but it could have been a waiter.
Yeah.
It could have just been anybody
a
walking
lot
off
of
the
fucking
block.
shit. But it just sucks like how, people who are actually, and I've seen a lot of interviews where people are coming up and saying that Pnb Rock was actually somebody who wanted to help people, and anybody who was looking to come up or start up or whatever, he was reaching out and helping them. And it sucks that,
You want to help, but then
shit like this happens, right?
And then if you don't help,
but then
you're dumb.
But the nigga that molests his kids and the nigga that goes around and just kills people for fucking fun, or that serial baby killer, that nigga's still alive.
Bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
I mean, well, he wasn't a serial, he wasn't
serial baby shaker or some shit.
You heard about that dude?
No.
Some dude, I think this is the second time, but I think he killed the baby. I don't know if it was the second baby he killed, but it's his second time getting arrested for shaking his, he likes, for some reason he's like one of those, what is it, homeless sapiens? Those dudes that they need a place to live so they get into relationships and shit. Right? The homeless sapiens or some shit?
You just make up that word, G.
Nah, it gotta be a real word, yo.
That's not a real word.
It's a real word, bro.
Oh, he's homeless. But he
Those are dudes that, dudes like that.
Yeah, it's called choppies, nigga.
Yeah, choppies, where they get a relationship with girls that have their own cribs, and most likely girls that have their own cribs got kids.
He's homeless, but he identifies as a nigga that has a crib.
Homeless sapien, yeah.
Yeah, he's homeless, but he identifies as a nigga that has a crib. All right, cool.
Yeah, he got arrested for shaking his first girl's baby, and the kid became had issues and stuff like that. I don't know if it was cerebral palsy or whatever, but that's what the baby ended up developing.
Yeah.
And then, I think he got arrested and said it was a mistake, and then he did it again. So he's a serial shaker. Now, but it's crazy because dudes like that, and they get 3 months, and then 10 years probation, and then R. Kelly, fucking, I don't even want to get into that.
No, I'm not touching that.
Sorry, guys.
I'm not touching that shit.
Sorry,
We're
guys.
a 10-foot pole, so please
Sorry,
stop.
guys.
But yeah, that's. So ladies, you gotta ask the nigga you're dating.
Does he have a place to live?
One, that's one, and two,
Red flag?
if he shakes babies,
Definitely.
do not. Super red
If
flag.
he shakes you, he's gonna shake your
He's
baby.
gonna shake you 100%.
150%.
So,
Damn.
all right. So now, the Kanye West splitting with fucking Adidas and
Thank God.
Gap. That is insane. So anything with Kanye, I think is fucking insane. No matter what he does. I mean, his Instagram alone is crazy. But
He might be the most hated, loved person in the world, bro. Because you hate him.
I don't hate him.
No.
I don't hate him.
But you love him at the same time.
I don't hate him.
Hell yeah.
No. his craziness has sanity to it. If you really focus on what he says. The thing is,
doesn't
too,
know how to say it.
the thing also, too, not that he doesn't know how to say it, he gets frustrated because so many people are ignorant to what he talks about. So it's like you're trying to speak English to somebody, and you know that person speaks English, but they still don't comprehend what you're saying. But he's living a lifestyle that, let alone he's a rapper, let alone that he makes clothes, you know, the fashion industry, to talk to niggas who run Louis Vuitton, niggas who run.
Give him his props.
No, absolutely. But I'm saying, when you talk to people like that, those people got money. Talk money.
Yeah. He don't got money near.
We don't got money like that. We are fucking peasants. We're lucky we fucking clean the floor in places like that. So, but you know, he gets frustrated because he wants that, and that's admirable, you know.
Yeah.
So when you want to get from where he got to where he's trying to get to, he's gonna have the barriers and, you know, all that shit that's going on to him, and it sucks because, you know, people are interested in not taking him seriously, but you see the hypes that he makes over his sneakers.
You know what it is? With him, no one's ever done what he's done coming from his lane. And
he opened up that.
Yeah, he opened up the lane.
Yeah.
So the thing is, he has.
So sorry about that, guys. I forgot I left my Tesla charging all night, and obviously it rained, so my solar panels didn't get all charged up. I had to go pay my light bill that I didn't pay for 2 months. So we were talking about Kanye West, I believe, at the end.
Talk about the Gap and Adidas thing.
Yeah. So just to end that,
well, we were talking about how he was crazy.
Well, that's what we started off with.
Crazy for a reason, because like you said, he's trying to talk to people that just don't understand what he's saying.
Right.
In the same language.
Right.
Which can, you know, frustrate somebody. He's definitely a genius. You know, he's definitely changed the game in a lot of ways with, you know, just in every aspect. But people like that, they just come off as, like, you know, assholes.
Yep.
They really do.
Well, I mean, you gotta have some type of arrogancy if you can't follow anybody, or anybody you're doing things that people have not done. You have to be arrogant. You can't, like, who's who to tell you?
I mean, to take you serious, kind of.
Right. Who's who to tell you? Okay, yeah, you can't do that yet. Like the whole Sway shit, right? The whole, when he went crazy on the Sway thing, I kind of understand after hearing that interview a couple more times. Like, nigga, Sway sells some bullshit ass clothes, like, here and there.
Does he sell clothes?
Yeah, well, he has some partnership with some clothing company. You won't even, like, fucking South Pole or some shit like that, like bullshit ass.
And, you know.
Yeah, like, nigga, Fubu, he's trying to bring it back like Fubu and shit like that. So
the thing, why I feel people are mad at Kanye, is because he talks to his own people that way. He don't talk to Ralph Lauren. He don't talk to any of these, you know, higher ups in the space that he wants to get to.
Right.
But he'll downplay people that he's close to, people that he feels comfortable with, like with Chance the Rapper.
I don't think downplaying. I think it's just like bro, like, I'm doing it. Like, instead of bashing me, encourage me. Like do what I'm doing and then talk to me, type of shit. Like,
but
I feel like it's that.
No one's on his type of time. They're not in his wavelength. Like, they can't comprehend what's going on.
Yes, they are.
But he just comes off crazy.
So Virgil Abloh learned.
I don't even want to talk about him, but whatever.
Virgil Abloh was somebody who Kanye West kind of like, you know, they're from the same city or whatever. But, you know, him and Virgil Abloh had a lot in common. He was actually pissed off that Virgil Abloh got
the job
at LV. But, you know, because he's Kanye. But Virgil is Virgil. He's fully in fashion.
But
that's
they
what
were
he's
together.
What do you mean?
Weren't they like boys?
Yeah, they weren't boys. They knew each other because they're from the same hood and, you know, whatever. It's like niggas from the city they know about each other, but it's not like they're boys or whatever.
That's the thing though. Wouldn't you want your own boy to shine? Because if Virgil got the job at LV, wouldn't you have somebody now that can represent you in that type of space, the same space that you're trying to get into?
Yes and no. And the reason being yes and no is there was, you know, Virgil Abloh was the first kind of hip hop, first. Well, he was actually the fashion. No, he was the first hip hop or kind of like hip hop cultured LV in that position in LV. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. In like
LV.
An official job.
Correct. Yeah. In that perspective, in that capacity, he was the first one. So it's like I can't go and say, okay, yeah, I'm breaking boundaries right now, and I'm gonna go and just jeopardize that to let this man come in. Kanye got music. Kanye got his clothes. Kanye got all that shit.
He has stuff to depend on.
He don't exactly. So Virgil doesn't give a fuck. I mean, as he should. Kanye's Kanye, and I understand Kanye's side too because Kanye is Kanye. So Kanye expected like, okay, not only are you gonna make me this, but I also bring this, my following, my name, all this. You know what I mean?
He sells.
Of course.
Everything, like, he literally sells. Me personally, I don't think anything that Virgil did was fire.
Nah.
Me. But you got more swag than me. You dress better. You're more, into the fashion industry, I guess, more than me. I don't think anything that he put out, I'm not gonna say everything, but a lot of the stuff that he put out, I don't think is worth the money, and I don't think was super fly. There was a video of him, right?
So let me ask you one question.
His first, I think he came off, how he got popping was, he made some shirts. I think he was using like Ralph Lauren shirts, like whatever, but I forgot what they said off the back. So there's a shirt that's going for mad money because he died, right? Some guy came up to him and was like, yo, can you spray paint my shirt? He just spray painted the shirt, though. And they're like, yo, this shit's fire. I don't think a lot of the stuff he did is fire. Dapper Dan, if you guys know who he is, Dapper Dan was the guy in the 80s that everybody went to. He couldn't afford, well, a lot of people couldn't afford to go to Louis, Gucci, Fendi and all these brands. And he was making custom clothes for Mike Tyson, all these rappers. He got sued, and now he works for Gucci.
Yeah.
Like 50 years later.
Yeah.
He took, because you know what is about these brands, and that Kanye does explain to it. Like, he explains a lot about it, is that they sell to us, but they don't want to mess with us.
Right.
Dapper Dan, they stole a lot of his shit. They didn't hire him. Now they hired him. No. But the thing with Kanye is, I just think he doesn't know how to verbally, say what he wants to say without coming off arrogant. You be nice to people.
No, absolutely. You get more done with honey than shit. So, but that's Kanye. You know what I mean? That's what made him Kanye. So if that made you that successful, why change the recipe?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Absolutely. I mean, are certain people not gonna like you? Absolutely. Are certain people gonna like you? Absolutely. There's a saying that I always live by is stand for something or fall for everything. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna keep on changing your way to fit somebody else's narrative or how they view you, you are just following the fucking wave. Fuck that. That's why I agree with Kanye in certain things. And certain things he's a little bit off
about it.
But just the way he goes about it.
Dame Dash was the same way.
Do agree about that.
And look at Dame. He's literally like disregarded by the whole industry.
Right.
But the whole industry is literally saying he was for the artist. He always helped out the artist. And Jay-Z kind of was like, he's the guy that's going to get us these deals. He's going to muscle his way into everything. And, I'm going to look like the good guy. And I'm going to just ride out. Which is fucked up.
But so, that's another, and it's not a topic on here, but, so do you know how much Bad Bunny gets off of his deals now that he just finally signed?
Bro.
9 to 10.
90.
9 to 1. 90% basically. 9 to 1.
90 to 10.
9 to 10. So basically, for
I
everything.
thought he was getting got for a long time.
No. So he was an independent artist.
I just want to touch on that. Arcangel definitely gets a piece of it. I know for a fact that he does.
No.
He gets some of it.
No.
Yeah.
Arcangel is under the the management team from him. Nigga, did you look at the managers?
Look at who is it? Tiny?
No.
But this is the thing with the Bad Bunny thing. A lot of these Puerto Rican artists, they get jerked. They have hella views on every fucking social stream possible, but none of them own anything.
So
and
before
Bad Bunny's, for some reason I just assumed he was under Arcangel, and it was the typical Puerto Rican thing.
No,
you know,
so
just getting
before-
got all the time. 'Cause they don't, you know what it is about Puerto Ricans? And I'm Puerto Rican, so I can say it. Right? A lot of Puerto Ricans would rather be famous than have money. And that's the truth. A lot of them would rather have a lot of fame, and that's the thing. So they say that Bad Bunny is the only artist to have that deal.
Yeah.
Artist.
No.
Label
No.
Cash Money had that.
Cash Money has it, yes. That no, Baby has it 9 to 1.
Yeah.
Baby has it 9 to 1.
It's crazy.
So-
They literally said Cash Money was the only label to ever do it. He's the only rapper.
No.
Or, musician or whatever.
Noah Assad. That's this nigga, and he is
Who the fuck is that?
exactly. But that motherfucker is rich as fuck.
They said that every show that Bad Bunny's been doing,
9 to 1.
8 to 9 million a show.
Each. To his pocket. That's crazy. That's
Nah,
insane.
you know what's crazy is that we didn't go to this concert for this tour because
Yeah.
the last one, be honest with you, I don't think it was that popular. It was, but it wasn't. This one I heard is like grandmas is pulling up.
With fucking shark bikinis and shit.
Mm-hmm. I saw Carlos there. He was painting his nails. He was chilling.
Nah, but yeah, that's well. We got
There's a
little-
lot of money.
We got a little bit off topic with the whole shit, but the next topic that I wanted to bring up was this is a little bit crazy, but I think this is the world that we live in, and it's crazy how I don't want to get into politics, but this is going straight into politics because it's mostly the right wing, which are Republican. I don't classify myself Republican, even though I do. I'm more of a Democratic conservative because I do have some.
I really
side-
can't tell the difference.
Republicans. Oh, I'm
So
not going. to
I don't like.
All right. So besides what the fuck my affiliation is politically, people are going crazy based on the fact that people of color are now getting roles that originally were in white movies. You know, such as Lord of the Rings.
But
Hold on. Lord of the Rings.
The Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid, and the new one, the House of Dragons, that goes off of Game of Thrones. So, go ahead.
But this is the thing, right? Do you think that there's an agenda being pushed, or they feel like it's finally time for people to get representation? Because I feel like sometimes they're just in an office and they're like, hey, let's make Little Mermaid black. And, you know, like, there has to, like, let's give them what they want, you know? Just so that,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't understand what's going on because, one, it's a fake character. It's not a real person.
Well, somebody was fighting saying that there can't be a black mermaid because apparently it's scientifically proven that if you live underneath the water, you have to be translucent or white. I don't know what the fuck. It's a cartoon, my guy. It's a cartoon. Let it go.
But I mean, hey, it goes. But you know what's crazy, right? So you've seen Breaking Bad, right? Right,
Yep.
Eddie the Ass Eater. All right. So in Breaking Bad, you know Gus from Pollo Loco, right? He's black and Italian, right? All his roles in every movie since the 90s, because I've seen him in the movie Fresh that came out like 91 or 92.
Who are you talking about? His name?
Something Esposito.
No, what was his name in Breaking
Gus
Bad?
from Breaking Bad.
Right.
Right?
I want to see what you're talking about.
All he does is play Hispanic roles. That's all he does. Hispanic roles. But
This dude?
yeah, same dude. He always plays a perfect, Hispanic drug dealer. I think that's all his roles. But now they're starting to highlight that there's a lot of people taking Spanish, roles, which I don't think is fair, because they do the same thing to a lot of. There's a lot of Latinas that are like dark skinned, that look like morenas, and they'll get put into movies as black women, because a lot of the Spanish or Latino movies, they're very racist. They'd rather have light skinned Cubans, light skinned Puerto Ricans,
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
It's a big controversy, because then they were saying, oh, what happens if now white people start taking all the black roles? What happens if they do a White Friday or a white fucking Boys in the Hood or fucking stuff like that? They're like, yo, you can't be mad.
I don't think I don't think just black people. I think people of color, just Hispanics and African Americans need to be represented in all aspects.
Yeah.
Just a couple years ago, we had the first, like, besides Black Panther, what other cartoon character was black? Or what other comic book character was black? That didn't involve with Black Panther.
Shit.
None. Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man. He's black and Spanish. So they just said, fuck it, we're gonna take care of both ethnicities.
Man, weird because Miles Morales, but his dad was black, right?
His dad was black, I believe, and his mom was Puerto Rican. But that's to show you that what there's 1,000,001 roles for white people, and I feel like if you're not, like, look at Terry Crews. Terry Crews wouldn't be in any role that didn't have to do with him getting out of jail, in jail, or in the hood playing somebody that's about to go to jail.
Yeah, clowning him though.
Clowning him, yeah. So
they do that to a lot of black actors. They demasculate.
Yeah. But I think it's really dope. I don't know if you watch Lord of the Rings or you watch, this thing. I have my geek side, so I love watching those things. But I really like the fact that they put not only black people in roles in movies that are predominantly white, but gave them predominant roles. So gave them, like, one in the Lord of the Rings, there's a black queen. There's a black dwarf princess, whatever you want to call it. And in the one in Game of Thrones, there's a black king.
Okay, which is possible. Well, back then there was black nations with black
right.
queens.
But it's heresy if we put them on a movie screen now and make them think that they're king. So, and then the mermaid shit. That shit
no, that doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't.
That doesn't make sense
because I feel like, not saying that they do stuff like that to divide us, but why does everybody have to why does it have to be tit for tat for shit? Like, why does it always have to be like, nah, the girl in Frozen, she can't be black because the story, it doesn't make sense. Like I guess people take it really serious. I mean, like when my girl, she always says, back then there wasn't a lot of representation for dark-skinned people.
Yeah.
So us as light-skinned Hispanics, we didn't really feel that type of stuff,
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That's a weird.
I didn't start feeling. Well, have you ever been to, like, Tennessee, South Carolina?
I've never been to Tennessee. I've been to,
all those
Florida, Virginia.
Well, certain parts of Florida are ass backwards, but yeah, all those ass backwards states where you go in there, and funny. Just want to go a quick story. So I went down there to in the previous company we bought up a few stores, and I went down there with one manager, and we go to this restaurant. So this obviously white lady comes. She's a waiter, and she's there. She's talking to us, and she asks us where we at and where we come from and all that stuff. And she literally goes and says, "You're real lucky that your boss likes you, and he's taking you and paying you for lunch every day." And I go to her. I'm like, "Funny thing is, I'm the boss." And she's just like,
she's like, "What the fuck?"
What? So, whatever. I mean,
people do judge.
People do judge tattoos. He's Hispanic.
Because, remember when we went to Cuba?
Yeah.
Did you feel like there was racism over there? Even though there was a lot of the Cubans were black, right? But did you feel like people judging us with tattoos?
Because they knew we were tourists. All they saw was just, oh, I'm gonna get $1 for him. So they're gonna judge me. All they saw was dollar signs.
I mean, nah, because they thought you were Mexican, right?
Fuck you. All right. Well, nothing wrong with being Mexican, guys.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But that just shows we're so used to different types of Hispanics.
Yeah.
So we can tell languages, the way someone talks, where they're from.
Yeah.
Over there, they just assume that everybody's fucking Mexican.
Yeah. So that's pretty much. One last thing, I just want to ask a question to Chi. So I want you to name one thing. One thing.
Okay.
That it's cool when you have money, but it's frowned upon when you're broke.
I can name 3.
Alright, so go ahead, name all 3.
A tiny home.
Okay.
Okay.
Explain why. Explain tiny home why.
Because when we have small homes, we can't afford big homes. White people want to minimize everything and live in smaller homes and think it's cool to live like us. I could go into a whole thing like that. You know, like
No.
rich people want to dress like us, and then when it's time to be us, they don't want to be us.
Yeah.
You know what's cool when you're rich and it looks bad when you're poor? Cocaine. Alright?
Explain.
But white people do it. When they got money, it's the fancy actor, cool thing to do. When poor people do it, they're crackheads. Right?
I think, and I'm gonna speak on experience because I've been on both sides. It's your surroundings. So, if you're doing that in a party full of wealthy people, talking about how many yachts and money you have, it's cool.
Yeah.
When you're doing that and you're giving fucking bums a bump
Yeah, sure.
in the street, that's a problem.
Yeah, sure.
You know, so it's scenarios, buddy. It's scenarios and where you're at. So yeah, that's one. Eddie,
do you think?
Eddie, what do you think? Name one thing.
What's cool when you're rich and
Name one thing that's cool when you're rich, and one when and not so cool when you're broke.
the van life
Well, it's kind of like
Oh yeah, living in your van.
okay, living in your car.
or living in your car.
I follow a guy that literally. I'm convinced that they all have money, and they do this just for views.
100%.
Because I would never choose to live in my van.
I love my back a little bit too much for that, so I wouldn't do shit like that.
Well, I should have cashed out on that fucking ticket.
You lost.
I mean, nah, they had an opportunity. The dude was catching the ball the whole time, but that's what it is, man.
All right, so that concludes today's episode. I
Episode
hope you
2.
guys enjoy episode 1, buddy.
Oh shit, episode 1, yeah.
So hopefully that included. Please, if you haven't done so,
Follow us.
well, that, but hold on. Like and subscribe. All right. And then also follow us, right? TG 201.
TC201 on Instagram, TikTok as well.
Okay. Right here. Los, cup of Los. So CUP_. I want to put it underneath so you'll find it, but
Yeah.
whatever. Just follow. I don't have Instagram. I'm going to be a tickety talker soon, hopefully. But and Ask Eater
follow-
Eddie.
Yeah, Ask Eater Eddie at gmail.com.
All right,
Fun,
guys.
man. All right, guys.